Hello, my friends. For time to time, I speak English. I know must be something terrible for you. You have Inspector Clouseau, the Pink Panther, with his French pronunciation talking. But, well, if you're interested, you follow me. If you're not interested, again, nobody forced you to do so. Yes, the man in charge of registration, the countries who doesn't exist without territory. He just, I read today something he sent me. Of course, sometimes there is a confusion between San Borodon and the Church of the Last Days. San Borodon is a start, something I started maybe 2 years ago, and I wrote 5 books about that in English. Yes. That means suddenly I wake up in San Borodon. San Borodon is a myth. It's a fake island, or maybe it's a real island. I don't know. But I wake up there. And of course, I have no photo. I have no camera with me, and I can't take picture. I remind some things later. I will talk to you about that. But I find a lion. And the lion make friend with me, and hopefully we can communicate in the same language. And I said, well, you appear, you disappear. He said, yes, we appear when situation on Earth is difficult. And the problem, effectively, that the situation actually on Earth is quite difficult. I study with the lion, the constitution, how to establish the democracy. Well, in the bracket, this can remind you the George Orwell, The Farm of the Animals. Well, it could allow me to say many things without naming people. Anyway, after a while, I realized that the animal world is as bad as the human one. They are selfish. They don't really care about the feeling of the other one. And it's not a democracy, it's a real dictatorship. So I go back to Earth, and I finish my dream or whatever it is. But suddenly, after a while, I started to travel in the universes. Actually, it's proven there are 6 universes. And as again, I have no camera with me, I have to remind their face. They are like, you see, the animals of 200, 300, 400 million years old. This is interesting. This will be an exposition of my works and drawing of the animal, how I can remind the way they look like. And in some universe, it's good to live. There is no meanness. In some other universe, there is meanness. And suddenly I think, but maybe they already passed through the end of the ages, like we have in our Earth now. Okay. the situation is very bad. You have not to hide and not to see what's happening. The earth is revolting, okay, and the people are revolting too. And how to say how it will finish, but I remember, I think I already talked in a previous video about a prophecy, a kind of prophecy. Is more philosophical, but it's a prophecy about 2033, the end of Earth. Well, I wrote and I changed the title to The Start. Yes, we could start after a terrible war and maybe billions of people disappearing. And as I am a religious man, I put the angels and the archangels in the battle. And of course, there is a battle between the religion. They are all different, and some are really mean. Some religion teach you to hate the other, to convert by force, by strength. So you know what I mean. So anyway, this is the way it is now as of today. It's not better today that it will be in a few time. It's not, it's only worse. Worse because I insist. Yesterday I made a video in Spanish with my terrible accent. El taco terrible. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. I speak 5 languages and 6 with the Latin, and well, the pronunciation is not very good. But I'm okay. I feel all right in my head. Okay, don't worry. I am chosen for those travels in the 6th universe. 2033 is date of this famous last battle against Satan. Oh, I didn't yet mention his name. The devil, Satan, who just forced us to make things we don't want. That means to be mean is not sometimes in our own nature. Well, but you have to realize also some people are kill and do terrible things to other human beings, and this is sad. Yes. So just wanted to tell you that we still work. We will choose building for our reunion. Maybe this will be in the Caribbean, in South America, in America, I don't know. I don't think Europe is prepared for that, because people in Europe, they don't believe in anything anymore. So, but the Catholic Church can do what they want. It's finished. It's over. The Vatican is over, and the Pope is a little bit confused. Okay, I agree perfectly what he said about abortion. This is an abomination. But again, I said it depends on the interpretation of the religion. So some say things, and the Catholic Church say other. So I think there was a need for the Church of the last day. That means this prophetic church. I'm the prophet again. I tell you, I have to remind you. Do I really sleep? I don't know. Maybe when I sleep, it's when I go in other universes. But again, something funny is that some universes are good to live in. This reminds me, there was K-Pac, motion picture American, of course. They are the only one able to make fantastic things. I love America anyway. That I have that to hide. So it will be video. This one about explaining what between the San Borodon, the story of San Borodon. I worked 2 years in communication with animals and what they feel, and to realize they are not so good. No, they are not so good. Maybe it's us, what we're breathing. What we're breathing, I must say, is not so good. There are things in the air. Some people I correspond with the entire world, and they have problem with pulmons. They have problem breathing. They have some problem. There is something in the air, but maybe it's God willing to punish all those people who often handing. Doing satanic things. So anyway, my friend, this was to keep you aware of what I do. What I do, I follow with San Borodon. I establish San Borodon. We register it as a micronation, and maybe we will do the same for the church. Of the last days of the prophetic church or whatever. I didn't finish finding a title. I hope we will get, it's not a charismatic church. We're not healing people. No, we make them realize they have to say no to the devil, and to know the devil is everywhere. That's all. That's all. Well, it was brief, but I did not more to say because to reveal it will be a step by step. But I'm still okay. And if I say in communication, they say, well, the guy is completely mad. He's help. No, I'm not mad. I love life, and I know that after this life, there is another life. And I believe in the Holy Spirit, and I believe in many things of my religion, what is Christian. And I will fight, and I hope together other people to fight for our religion. Well, I send you my blessing. I love you all.